laserdiscs. The ultimate in endgame home entertainment. Laserdiscs. Not sure how many are in this. Doesn't feel that heavy. It's probably mostly packing. Boop, 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 boop. No. Wait. Oh, yeah. Wow, yeah, some, what do you call it? Well, maybe it's just a load of, what's it? What do you call this stuff? It's like, those bubble foam things. Oh, this stuff makes it nice when you pour it over. Like snow. Oh, yeah, there's a bundle of those of this there. Whoa! This out. Cool. Bear wants to jump in there and throw around. Whatever's here, I'll play this later. Alright, what's sort of one title there? Okay, oh yeah, the X-Files. Whoa, oh, what's these? Oh, put extra X-Files in here. Oh, it's always about the X-Files. Oh my goodness gracious. You get these little cards. These little X-File cards. Oh, that's entertaining. Trust no one. Mr. Mulder. This is one. Oh, yeah. Oh, it says end game there. End game. That's why it's laserdisc end game. Put these on later. Maybe tonight. Oh yeah, that's nice. This looks like it's hardly been played. Well, hardly been. I'm getting rather close now to ceasing laserdisc collecting. I'm getting pretty close to 400, and well, I've hardly got any rack shelf space for. I think I have to call it quits when I'm up to 400 titles. I'm about. I think I've inputted most of these onto the database, but I think I was up to about 340, something 345 or 46. So I'm gonna have to call it quits when I'm up to 400. 400 is not a bad collection. Other people got a bit more than that because they got a little bit more. Probably a bigger home. Oh. I got this episode on the EBE. You know, this is where deep throat at the end. Trust no one, Mr. Mulder. Yeah, I mean, I just thought I want to get it on laserdisc. It's okay. It looks okay on the, I think the DVD first season box set. Ooh, the bears in here. Bear. What do you think? Star Trek. Nowhere, no kitties gone before. Meow. Oh yeah, he puts his paw on for paw approval. Wow. Oh, you got Pioneer stickers on there. Pioneer video. Yeah. Imaginary. Part 1, Part 2. Beat me up, Mr. Scott. It's life as we not know it, Jim. That's in good condition. Looks of it. This would be just analog audio. Wow. Yeah, I'm not TOS collection, the Star Trek TOS. Not sure how many more titles I need until I'm fully got all the original Mana mixes. But I'm not sure if this is going to exceed 400. I have to run it through the database, see where it is. Ooh, rare Apollo 13. We have a problem, Houston. We got a main bus B undervolt. Oh, wow. AC3 rare. I've got the DDS version. Signature edition. The DDS DVD, the standard Dolby Digital DVD, the UK DVD. Oh my goodness, how many Apollo 13s? I mean, bloody hell, they only had how many missions? And I've got all these bloody Apollo 13s for crying out. How come they didn't do Apollo 14, Apollo 15? You know, they didn't. Ron Howard, you suck. You didn't continue the saga with the Apollo. I'm kidding. This would be interesting to see what the frequency response range is like on the AC3. It might be a shade difference between the DVDs, maybe. It'd be a slight difference, I imagine, between the DTS, because we laserdisc collectors all know about the difference between DTS. And this is sealed, so this is not being opened. So if I open it, I'll probably have a main bus be undervolt. Name Master Lamoff. Next up, whoa, Indiana Bones and the Patriot and the Temple of Patriot games. AC3 THX, and I don't know why the THX sticker is stuck on the back here. So someone stuck it on the back, so I'm leaving it there. I'm not peeling it off, because to peel it off and put it on the front, that'd be a bit tricky. To take that off, but it looks cool there. Whoa! Look at that. That's brilliant. Look at that. Whoa! THX AC3. Look at that big Dolby Digital logo. Whoa! Look at that. Does Geo clean these laser discs before they go out? Because this looks like it's hardly been played. So someone played it, be interesting to hear the theatrical mix. Wonder if it's got a problem, Houston. Probably wouldn't. I know, know what to listen for, so put that on later. Oh, Caddyshack. Wow, finally I got a Caddyshack. It's okay. Really? It's no big deal. Yeah, all the other Caddyshacks I was looking for on bloody Fleabag. My Christ. Crying out loud. They all had bloody autographs all over the bloody cover. Ruined the bloody artwork, and people trying to flog them for about $200 for crying out loud. You gotta be kidding. They're not collectors. They're just They're parasites. They're vultures that just hang out. That, oh, can you sign this? Can you sign this? They're just vultures. Bloody scum of the earth parasites. This looks good. Because I got this cheap. I got this cheap in a bidding. I think it was a bit of a, because I thought someone else would get it. And as it turns out, the guy, he's got quite a few of these, but he's got something like 10,000 laser discs, and he's not too sure how many of whatever he's got sometimes. And I noticed the other day he had another one of these, same pressing, I think, or same. This one's got so it's got PCM digital and analog audio, mono sound mix. I just want to hear that scene where they're in the swimming pool. I just want to hear that acoustical sound. I don't want to hear it. I don't want Blu-ray 4K discs. Not interested. As far as like I say, as far as Doom 2 goes, the other day, what? It's not a really great mix. It's rubbish. So what? It's got low LFE that I know registering going down to about 1 hertz. A tiny little trickle, but yeah, Spectrum Lab is a pretty good monitoring tool for ETs, radio astronomy. So I've got AC3 there to put on. Another AC3. And yeah, so I've got 2 AC3 movies there to go through. And these are decision what laser player I'm going to use. What mode am I going to use? Am I going to use the DSP? I should put another optical lead, but I've got to get another optical lead to connect onto the back of this Pioneer. So otherwise I've got to switch up to this one because this one's got an optical lead that I stuck on the back and it's connected on the processor. So it depends on what I want to use. Do I want to use the CAT 150 on the CP200, or do I want to use the DSU? Sometimes is not too bad, but only I know what to look for, what to listen for, and what to feel for. All these other home theatre end game people like the Youth Man goes round. Has everyone seen that overrated bloody Youth Man new video with the $1 million home theatre that's allegedly Endgame? So what? Bloody hell, the guy spent, I'm going into a rant now, the guy spent a ton of money, actually not a ton, because a ton would be extremely heavy. He spent an awful amount of money just so he can have his room, his home theatre, isolated. And he probably doesn't even live near a motorway, which would be extremely busy. And that would be understandable if you're like, bloody, I can hear the motorway and I can feel something, or, but really just to get an NC, or noise criteria rating, down to about NC5, which is extremely low. You're talking about putting a room within a room within a room. There, he's on the laser discs. Come on. No, not going to have a problem. Come back. on the laserdiscs. I'll put those over there. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit balmy, really. It's balmy. Just try and isolate. I mean, the NC rating in my room at night time is relatively low. I'm not on a busy motorway. It's just a regular road with traffic that occasionally goes over it. But as for vibration, I get a seismic vibration occasionally. But you know what? It's science. It's science, and I don't really give a hoot. It's only when a bus is coming down the road and then it goes over a drain, first wheel, then second wheel. So it's like a boom, boom vibration, boom, and it makes the concrete floor move or vibrate or shimmer, whatever. I don't really give a hoot. If it were like, if it was doing that over and over and over with a busy road, the room would be going like that every now and then. And how that happens is probably because the drain goes all the way down the road, and then it splits out, and so the wheels, when they go over the drain, or the drain plate, which is about that wide, square, I think. It creates an acoustical sound wave, and that just goes. I couldn't imagine what it would sound like if you're down in the drain, and then you hear it. But be interesting to measure what the frequency is. Put some microphones and see if I could pick up a register of the or a signature of the frequency. But it doesn't bother me, for crying out loud. Really. I mean, this guy's room sounds bloody awful. It just echoes. You can just hear little echo reflections all around the room. So it's not really an end game now, is it? Because you don't want to hear that crap. You want the room pretty much dead, treated. So all you hear at the end of the bloody day is what is on the soundtrack, not the bloody room. Little bloody weird artifacts around the room. So when, and they didn't do any demo, but you didn't have to do a demo because I could hear it. I could hear it all on the microphone, all the conversation, and the microphone is just picking up the sound of the room. So, we watched Dune 2. It was phenomenal and all this bullshit. Yeah, just bass. That's all they bloody talk about. They don't talk about like the rest of it. Like, did it have directional sound? No, it did not have directional sound. It was a pretty boring, crappy mix, that Dune 2. It's a bit overrated. There's nothing special about it. I don't think anything in the Academy Sound Awards for this year. Not that I care anymore about awards ceremony. I think they got a crap shit show on the sound this year. You want something that's with all this Atmos bullshit. You want really directional sound should be standardized in mixing now, because that is how we perceive sound. All this bullshit about spatial, when I read it or someone says spatial, or what the bloody, what are they talking about? I mean, I just rotated circularly there because the heater here, the central heating, it has a certain frequency, when it's idling in a bit of a low range frequency, and doesn't change much in the sound frequency when I rotate, because it's putting out more or less an omnidirectional frequency. If it had, when it turns on and has some little middle or higher frequency there, then if I turned around, then some of that would go a little bit different this way, and then a little bit different when my ears are facing that way because of the direction of the frequency. But that's what we should be listening to on this crappy Atmos, but we don't. It's pretty fucking boring. Most people probably don't understand. Yeah. So nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. I mean, everybody's still listening to the same boring. Yeah, and this guy with his home video, he doesn't even have 5-screen speaker. Oh crikey. He's not Endgame. So if he's a Star Wars guy or whatever, he can't put the sub bass or the baby boom in channel 2 and channel 4 on his screen speakers. Because that's essentially, when you look at Star Wars, that's where they play the baby boom on the same screen speakers on channel 2 and 4, or left center, right center. Yeah, and he's 13.7.8. So he's got 7 subs, 8 overhead speakers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've got about 9. Hang on. No, how many am I running? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm running around about 13. I could run a little bit more than that, but so what? That's done. That's been done. I'm more focusing on below. I'm thinking about changing the amplifiers on these Crown, because Harman International, they make some crap audio equipment. They really do. These Crown amplifiers down here. I'm thinking about changing them out, but I got those cheap, so it's not a big deal. Got those really ridiculously cheap, but occasionally they have little issues because there's too much DSP crap in it. Yeah, sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. And, you got to go up there. I've got to go up there and I'll kick it with the bloody foot, kick the bloody amplifier, because it's built like a brick shit house. So I'll just kick it, because I think there's something loose on the damn thing, like maybe because all the amplifier cards, they slot into the amplifier, and I'm thinking something's loose inside it. Needs a little bit, but no, I can't figure that. So it's just occasionally I get like a little distortion sound on one of the amplifiers, on all the speakers, and it's not the speaker, because I know it's the amplifier. At first I thought it might be the Storm Audio that's doing it, but it's like when I play a sine wave tone and I hear a kind of buzzing sound, I'm thinking it sounds like a DSP issue to me. And also, they are a pain in the ass to take out the rack. They're bloody too heavy. I'd rather take those out and continue replacing with Behringer, these Behringer amplifiers here. Plus, I'll be able to put an extra 8 channels more into the system if I change the amplifiers over, and they'll be a bit more manageable. If an amplifier fails, I only have to undo the screws and then pull the damn thing out. This, they're not screwed in, because it's just the one put on the base and then one put on top, but they're just too bloody. They're too heavy, and they're just yeah, they're not really. Yeah. If it was differently racked, so they were, with about 1 U frame above each amplifier. So you put one amplifier in, then you put the next one in, but you move it up a little bit. You move it up one new frame, so then you can take it out easily. But still, it's undoing all the cables. So that's a real. They're all screwed on. They're not like push-in. Connectors. Which I would prefer because that's a little bit more manageable to undo. And all the connectors that connect onto the input, the source leads, they're all screwed on. No, they're all fitted on with Phoenix connectors. So fucking I've got when I get around to it. I've got to undo all the bloody leads one by one, and I've got to solder bloody XLRs onto the damn things. Oh crikey! Yeah, nearly everything else is just so if these fail, I'll just undo it and just pull it out and just think, oh, fuck it, throw it in the bin. They got enough power on the damn things. Anyway, to the laser discs. Oh yeah. I think with the what did I buy last night on the bidding? I think I bought one laser disc on the bidding. I can't remember what it was now. I'll probably get two extra free laser discs with that. So this is going to really, put the put the titles up pretty high. I'll probably be up to 400 by spring. And then it's occasionally, how often do you play a laserdisc? So what? How often does anyone bother playing any of that crap on their Kaleidoscape? Everyone knows how much that crap costs. And you don't own it. You don't own the movie. It's not like you buy it on disc, VHS, Betamax. You own it. But if Kaleidoscape went under, I think you're going to lose all your titles. Oh dear. It's not worth it. And they say they're all bloody lossless audio and all. That's bullshit. We all know they're near field mixes. Can you switch the difference between digital sound and analog sound on Kaleidoscape? No. So it's not really an end game format now, is it? I like the difference between switching between digital and over to analog sometimes, because there is a sound difference. You could say, oh, is there a sound difference on Audio Science Review? Is there a sound difference between Laserdisc? Yes, there is. Is there a difference between DVD? Well, it's a bit more compressed on the left total, right total sound mix. That's the backup soundtrack output. If the digital fails, most people with their home theaters don't even have the analog connected, so they're going to be like, oh gosh, but they still got analog there, that's only going to output, into Dolby Pro Logic, but they don't use it. They haven't got it connected. So there's all these home theaters that say they're end game. End game, I think, is a bit of a rich person's snobby way of saying, "Oh, I've got a superior home theater." Oh, really? Have you got a CP200? You see, this rich Texan guy on that Youth Man channel, whatever the blood, he hasn't even got a CP200. He hasn't got Endgame. Just a load of, just another typical. Oh dear, and Youth Man saying that. Oh, this is the most ultimate ever. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, sure. I suppose he hasn't been to that other snobby home theater. That's what, or home. That's what, $55 million, something like that. Huh? And seen that room, which is typically about a multiplex size. He hasn't been there, huh? I don't care. I'm not jealous. I've been there. I've done that. I've projected on screens larger than most people's mansion homes. So what? Only feels like only feels actually like yesterday. And you get to today with this crap. Crikey, I want to switch aspect ratio within just a few seconds, not fumbling around with a remote control and then thinking, crikey, that's taken me longer pressing buttons than doing the actual bloody thing, which takes a few seconds less. What is it? I don't know. Are we in such a hurry or a rush that we need to change the aspect ratio? Oh. Okay, now my hair's going to be bloody long by spring. That's only about another 3 months. About another 3 months to go. I'll get a haircut. This just keeps me. I don't bother to comb it. I just wash it. It's my mad scientist hair. Great Scott, Marty! Yeah, I mean, bloody hell. Yeah, so I'm gonna take my medication at 2 o'clock. I'm going back to bed. I'll just figure out which ones I'll want to play the AC3 first, or leave it for last. I'll just go through these ones first. I'll probably go through Star Trek first. Be on the what's it Pioneer, because that can only play analog audio. The other Pioneer can't. And I'll probably go on to maybe the X-File. I'll go through these pretty quick, or maybe slow, and then I'll go on to the Caddyshack. The only difference with all this is the size and the weight. Whereas, well, there's three laser discs here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 in there. Yeah. So put all the smaller discs on there, or the equivalent of the weight without the covers, because that adds a few extra gram. And then it's like, yeah, you got all these. Yeah, I understand that. And it's like, wow, look at that, the size and the weight of it. And storage, bits, the bits. Yeah, where all the information goes. The bits are smaller, or the pits are smaller. The pits are a little bit larger on a Laserdisc. If the pits were if they managed to got the bit smaller, I would imagine laserdisc will still be around. It would be the supreme, and they would probably got it up and would probably get all the damn things 16:9 encoded and high definition. Of course, laserdisc was the first format to come around that was high definition. But I'm not really into the high moose because I don't know. I'd have to hear something. I'd have to hear moose. What the I think it's only a 4-channel audio. Not sure what it sounds like. There's no videos on YouTube. Someone actually demonstrating with where you can do 2 videos with, or maybe 1 video in, so you monitor the 2 channels and hear what that sounds like, and then the next part you're monitoring the other 2 channels to hear what that sounds, because YouTube can't put all that into, so you get an idea, get a grasp of what to expect from it. But again, it's a little bit there are not many moose made and not many discs manufactured, and it's a little kind of rare-ish, and the prices are a little bit stupidly overpriced. And personally, as a laserdisc collector, I wouldn't touch moose with a barge pole. It looks like fit for the cat litter. Something that I would never buy. Something that I wouldn't even want, even if it were for free. Because it's got very few titles, and most of which I think they look okay on laserdisc. If they took a different angle, yeah. But they didn't see what was going to come ahead. They didn't know what was going to be happening a few years ahead, and it would just completely put high vision laserdisc into retirement. It's like D Theatre that came around, more or less around the wrong time, and that soon went into a retirement. Because you got HDVD and Blu-ray fighting it out. What are you scratching there, Bear? What are you scratching? Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. 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 Meow. You all right there? You all right there? You're okay. You look okay, but you don't tell me if you're okay. But anyway, that's it. I'm fucking off now. I'm going to go back to bed because I feel a little bit fatigued.